Thank you, Tom. I am as well, and it's always a great joy to be able to be at Huntsville and watch our Young Ham of the Year on the stage, and all the people around that get to participate and watch as that person receives a great recognition for all of their work. And I remember one year we didn't make it to Huntsville, but watched it on Amateur Radio Roundtable and watched all my friends. It's a lot of fun, and so it's kind of like that again tonight. And all of you who are watching live on YouTube tonight, so glad you could join us. And for those of you that are watching after the fact, that's okay, because it's always a time to celebrate someone special in ham radio. And to lead off the segment about our Young Ham of the Year and to take it over, I'm going to pass it to my friend Don Wilbanks, AE5DW. Take it away, Don.
Thank you, Katie and Tom. We certainly appreciate you guys helping us celebrate youth in amateur radio tonight. Bill Pasternak came up with this award back in the 80s, and since 1993, it has been presented at the Huntsville Ham Fest. And this will be the third time since 1995 that I've not made the Huntsville Ham Fest. Only the third time, and only the second time that it's not been presented at the Huntsville. Second or third, I guess. We didn't have one last year either, did we? But anyway, nonetheless, I digress. Huntsville is the home of the Young Ham of the Year Award, and for the safety of our winner and their family, we decided to do this remotely tonight, and it was by far the best decision given how fast the Delta variant has blown up, and we certainly hope that everyone who goes comes back home with nothing more than they wanted to bring home, if you know what I mean. So everyone stay safe. And so with that, let me introduce to you first off the people who help make the Amateur Radio Newsline, Bill Pasternak, WA6ITF Young Ham of the Year Award possible, and that's our corporate partners. Yaesu USA for the last 35 years, CQ Communication for the last 25 years, Heil Sound came on board 11 years ago, and Radio Waves 9 years ago. And unfortunately, we don't have representatives from Heil nor Radio Waves tonight. Some scheduling difficulties, and just not able to put all of those connections together. But nonetheless, we do have Rich and we do have John from CQ and from Yaesu. And we also have Faith Hannah Lee, KD3 Zulu. Let me tell you a little bit about Faith Hannah. She is the daughter of James, WX4TV, and Michelle, N8ZQZ Leah. Her brother and two sisters are also hams. She credited her parents with being her biggest influence in her entry into ham radio. She said her journey began at the age of 10 back in December of 2014. Now, you do the math, that's 7 years. 6 weeks after getting her tech, she had earned her amateur extra license. So, and to give you an idea of how fast this young girl has worked, her nomination packet was too big to be emailed. We had to ship it around to all the judges via Dropbox. It was 70 megabytes and 58 pages long. And just our press release was 6 pages. So I've tried to glean the cream off the top of those 6 pages to tell you a little bit more about Faith Hannah. 18 months after being licensed, she was invited to join the 2016 Dave Coulter Memorial Youth DX team operating PJ6 from the Dutch island of Saba. Among those PJ6 achievements was a satellite contact that broke the SO50 distance world record. She wrote an article about that event, which was published in the March-April 2017 issue of the AMSAT Journal. In August of 2018, Faith Hannah took part in the week-long Youngsters on the Air program in Johannesburg, South Africa, where she participated in kit building and antenna building projects, satellite operations, and a high-altitude balloon launch. She wrote an article about her experiences in South Africa, and that was published in CQ. Back in December of 2018, Faith Hannah and her younger sister Hope, ND2L, and her father organized a 36-hour mini-D expedition to the Dry Tortugas in the Gulf of Mexico off the southwest coast of Florida. They activated November 4 Tango. The girls logged 1,970 HF contacts and 100 satellite contacts. And Faith Hannah's account of the N4T operation was again published by CQ Magazine. She's developed quite the writing credentials. She and Hope also shared the April 2019 cover. She completed high school through homeschooling, and before doing so, she enrolled in Daytona State College, where she earned an Associate of Arts degree at the age of 15. Presently, she's enrolled in Stetson University in DeLand, Florida, where she's recognized as a member of the junior class. She maintains a 4.0 GPA. No surprise there, as she works towards earning 2 different degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Molecular and Cellular Biology and a Bachelor of Business Administration. She has said she's exploring 2 career tracks, medicine or the law, or maybe both. And in 2020, she earned a $25,000 scholarship from the Foundation for Amateur Radio. And just last year, or this year actually, a $16,000 scholarship in the Voice of Democracy essay contest sponsored by the Veterans of Foreign Wars, finishing first in Florida, second in the nation. And of course, you can follow Faith Hannah, K3Z, and her family and their activities on their hamradio.world YouTube channel, where they have nearly 13,000 subscribers. And somewhere on there is a short, just less than 1 minute video of her interviewing a cardboard cutout of me at Hamvention a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's a highbrow video. You really should watch it. So let's hear from the lady herself. It's my intense pleasure and great honor to introduce to you Faith Hannah Lee, our 2021 Bill Pasternak Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year. Faith, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really don't know what to say, because I didn't even know I was nominated until about a week ago when I heard that I had won. And that was kind of strange, because if you don't know that you're nominated, you don't know to even consider winning. So it was kind of a big shock, but it was a good shock.
Well, tell us what was going through your mind when you got the call from our Young Ham of the Year committee chairman, Mark Abramovich, NT3V.
So I thought it was kind of just like a regular interview. I thought it was like they're going to interview several people to help narrow down. But then at the end of the call, he said, well, I'm deputized to tell you that you are the 2021 Young Ham of the Year. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we have that audio on last week's Amateur Radio Newsline report, where you going, wow, that's pretty cool. And I think that's just like the perfect response. So, okay, Stetson University, is it going to be medicine? Is it going to be the law? Or is it going to be some other thing that I don't understand?
The main thing right now is medicine, but law is still in the considerations, because there's so much going on with medicine and law that they're so intertwined with like malpractice suits or stuff like that. So it would probably help to have the knowledge from both of them, since I do want to be a physician, but who knows, maybe I'll like law better.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say, especially as far as malpractice goes, to have a lawyer who is intimately familiar with both of those disciplines, medicine and the law, then that is something that is fairly rare, because it takes a long time to get both of those degrees, to be a medical doctor and to be an attorney. So, yeah, that is definitely a long haul. So, let's talk about just what are some of your favorite things to do in ham radio? That's what I want to know about.
Probably the biggest thing is running a pile-up. For some reason, I absolutely love that. Especially if it's a huge pile-up. If it's just kind of medium-sized, it's still fun, but it's not the same thrill. I also like de-expeditioning, probably because you usually get the big pile-ups. And I like meeting new people.
Yeah, I have not been able to do a de-expedition yet. That's something that is hopefully on my bucket list one of these days. But I have been on the pointy end of a couple of pile-ups doing the Amateur Radio Newsline, Amateur Radio Club activations. We have WA6ITF now as our call sign for that club, so we activate that from time to time. And also the Ham Nation special event. So yeah, it's a lot of fun being on the pointy end of a pile-up. And in fact, I'll put in a plug, the Ham Nation 500th episode special event is going on now through the 18th. all the information you want to find out about that is on the Ham Nation Facebook page. But I digress. Let's talk about your immediate plans for just what are you planning to do next? That's what I want to know. I mean, you've done so much already just in the short time that you've been licensed. What's next on your list? What haven't you done that you want to do?
That's a little harder to answer because there's so much that I could do that I don't even know how to make a decision. Sometime it would be cool to go to like one of the huge contest stations that are out there, especially, well, I've operated one of them remotely, and that was really cool, but it would be cool to be able to go to the station. I forget which station it was, but it was in Croatia. There's a couple big contest stations there, and I just think it would be awesome to be able to meet the people that you always hear on those stations and get to operate one of those stations during the contest.
Well, I'll tell you, Faith Hannah, you're living a charmed life to be able to do all of the things that you've done already so far, and that comes directly from your parents. It's an amazing family. From the first time that I was actually made aware of the Lee family, I believe we had all of you on Ham Nation at the time, and I was sitting back listening to all of you, thinking to myself, there's at least one or two Young Ham of the Year, future Young Ham of the Years, sitting right here in this room. And every time that every year that I look out into the crowd at Huntsville and I see a bunch of youth that are out there, and there are always former Young Hams of the Year sitting out there in the audience, and also usually future winners of this award as well. It does my heart good to know that, and I say this every year, it seems like all of the press goes to the bad kids. The bad apples are the ones that get all your attention, but it's the good kids, and there are by far more of the good kids than there are of the bad kids. Unfortunately, it's the bad ones that get all the press. But knowing you and knowing a lot of the other Young Ham winners that I've known in the last 25 years, the future of our country and our world is going to be in your hands and in the hands of young people just like you. And we're all going to be just fine. I like to say that every year, and I believe it. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. So, Faith Hannah, I'm going to turn the mic over now to one of the gentlemen who is actually on the judging committee, and that is Rich Moseson, W2VU from CQ Magazine. Rich, it's all yours, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations again, Faith Hannah. And it's a great pleasure. One of the favorite things that I do every year is serve on the judging committee for this award, because, kind of echoing what Don just said, the future of ham radio is in very good hands. It's because, we not only we celebrate the winner of the award each year, but there are other nominees who are also highly qualified and doing great things in ham radio. And it just gives me great faith in the future of our hobby to know that we have a lot of young people who are already taking on leadership roles in the hobby. And it's sometimes too bad that we can only choose one person to represent all of the young people who are doing great things. But I'm very glad that you are that person this year. I've known you and your family for several years now, and when we do the presentation at Huntsville on the stage, you and your family have been in the audience for quite a few years now, and I keep looking down at you guys and thinking somebody needs to nominate her because she's highly qualified, and I wish that we had the opportunity to consider her. And now somebody finally did. So congratulations. We are going to give you some stuff here. I'm going to have a certificate that is hard to see. I'm going to try to share my screen here and see if that helps a little bit. I can't get it full screen. There we go. Our art director is very creative and got your cover on there as well. And for those of you who can't read what's on the screen, it says, congratulations, 2021 Young Ham of the Year. presented to Faith Hannah Lee, KD3Z. You will be receiving from CQ a 10-year print and digital edition subscription to CQ Amateur Radio Magazine, a collection of CQ's books and CDs, plus both the 2021, 22, and 2022, that's hard to say, 23 CQ Amateur Radio calendars. It's a great pleasure to present these to you on behalf of CQ, and it's a great honor to be on this committee every year and to see who has the being nominated and all the great things that the winner and the runners-up are doing to lead ham radio into the future. So, Faith Hannah, congratulations again, and good luck in whatever you choose to do. And by the way, my daughter went to college starting to study equine science and has ended up as a lawyer. So, Don, back to you.
Very good. Thank you, Rich. Always a pleasure to share the stage with you, both in person and virtually. And another gentleman that has become a good friend of Amateur Radio Newsline since joining up with Yaesu is John Kruk, N9UPC. John, good evening, sir.
Good evening, and thank you for having me on and allowing Yaesu to take part in the many years that we've been working with Young Ham of the Year award. And I just want to say what congratulations, and I think your name is so fitting, Faith. And the reason I say that is that in addition to working with Yaesu, I do work in public safety, and with COVID that's taking place, amateur radio became such a lifeline for some people that I've seen personally, that I've heard these stories about and everything, because we were normally out and doing Hamfest and doing events and everything like that. And because of COVID, we couldn't do that. We couldn't see our friends. We couldn't see the ones that we know. Huntsville not taking place in 2020, was a heartbreaker, because it's kind of nice to go and I get to see all my people down there and all the friends and stuff that I've come to learn and love and see. And this year, what I heard, hey, 2021, it's Faith. I've met you at, I think it was 2018. I think it may have been at Hamvention, and it was just wow. It was good to hear that you won. And on behalf of Yaesu, we want to basically be able to still give you recognition and for you to have some fun with amateur radio. And I know you're big into HF, but you know what? There's going to be times where unfortunately we can't lug the HF rig around with us. So Yaesu this year is going to be sending you a brand new FT70 DRDE handheld for you for your enjoyment there. It's a 2 meter 440 centimeter or 70 centimeter handheld there for you, fusion capable, so nice to carry around there. But you know what? That's great for walking around, but sometimes you just need to go ahead and have something a little more powerful in the car. So we will also be sending you a brand new FTM 300D. They're going to be coming in the mail here. We have your address and everything like that, so you should see those coming to you maybe in about a week or so. So then that way, guess what? If you can't be by your HF rig, you could still communicate. And you said you worked satellites on there. The FTM 300 is great for being able to do the full duplex on the satellite work there. So and congratulations, Faith. And you know what? Take us into the new decade, new millennium of amateur radio and help continue to make it grow. So congratulations from Yaesu USA. Don, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, John. Well said. Some nice hardware there. I know that you can probably, I know you can use that handheld in and around Stetson College, and you can probably use that mobile in your vehicle as well. So if you don't already have one in there, that's going to be very usable as you're getting started off in college. Unfortunately, we could not have representatives from Heil Sound or Radio Waves here, but we will send along their congratulations, and I'm sure that they'll be getting in touch with you at some point as well privately. But I think you've already gotten something in the mail, haven't you, Faith? You got a box in the mail over the weekend. Any of you opened it yet?
I have not. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to or if I was supposed to leave it.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if we should turn this into an unboxing video, but yeah, why not? Go ahead. Let's unbox what's in there.
All
And
right.
don't worry, it's wrapped in puppy pads, but don't worry, they're clean.
Scoot back so I can actually fit the box.
So I don't know if you have any puppies there, but those are a couple of puppy pads that you can recycle for whatever it is you need to recycle into.
Or take it on your next expedition to the Dry Tortugas.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's go to a shot of her, Tom. She's cutting the
Well,
box open.
this is Zoom. She's going to have to
Okay.
say
She's going to have to
something.
talk. Okay, it's triggered. I got you. All right, well, I'll give you the play-by-play here. It's she's
Faith.
pulling it out of the box
Faith,
now.
just talk while you're
Faith,
doing
say
it.
something,
Yeah, just
Faith.
talk,
Yeah.
Faith.
There you
Okay,
go.
so I got to take out a whole bunch of packing peanuts. Not sure where to set them.
Just throw them on the floor.
I'll throw them on a table.
There you go.
That way I have little bits of confetti everywhere.
Wow. There's a lot in
Wanted to
there.
make sure that arrives safely.
Yeah.
Okay. So now there is a paper bag from Cheddar's. Am I supposed to open this? I assume so.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's in there. It's in there. It's in a glass frame, so I want to make sure that it arrived safely. If the real estate thing ever falls through, I've got a great career in packing packages.
Yeah, but Don, sending it in the Cheddar's bag is really cheesy.
Oh, Rich. Shame on you.
Yeah, you had to go there, didn't you?
Absolutely.
I'm almost through the puppy pads.
Wow.
Okay, maybe I'm not.
Listen,
I thought I was.
listen,
There's another one.
There's two. I'm nothing if not thorough, believe me.
I feel like it's one of those things my sisters always wrap where it takes forever to take it out.
Oh, boy.
I've done that with my son, duct tape and zip ties and, everything else.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
just got it out. Right there.
There it is. Nice.
Okay.
Read it to
Oh,
us,
nice.
because I can't see it.
Yeah, so it says Bill Pasternak, WA6 ITF Memorial, Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year, awarded to Faith Honoree, KD3Z, in recognition of her total dedication to the amateur radio service, presented jointly by the Amateur Radio Newsline, Yaesu USA Corporation, CQ Magazine, Tuesday, August 10th, 2021, and then it has the names of a bunch of people from Amateur Radio Newsline, which is Don Wilbanks, and I don't know how to say this, but it's someone from Yaesu. It's Machenbacher. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we still have Dennis Motzenbacher's name on there, so, yeah.
And then someone from the Young Ham of the Year committee.
That's Mark Abramovich
Abramovich,
in
yeah.
NT3V that you talked to on the phone, yeah.
And then we have someone from CQ Magazine, which is Richard Ross.
He's
Yeah.
the publisher.
Show it
He's
another
the
time.
publisher. Yep, there you go. Congratulations, Faith Honoree. You are the 2021 Bill Pasternak WA6 ITF Amateur Radio Newsline Young Ham of the Year, and I think that the judging committee just did a stellar job, as they always do. The cream always rises to the crop, and we are certainly humbled to be in your presence and honored that you're representing this award that Bill Pasternak started all these years ago. And congratulations, and we hope you have an amazing year as the 2021 Young Ham of the Year.
Thank you so much. And actually, as I forgot his name, was it John? Was showing the radios. I was thinking, that could be used for satellites. And then you guys said it could be used for satellites, and I was like, yeah.
There you
Looks
go.
like it's going to be used for that.
Full duplex. That's what you need. That works the best. Well, all right, Faith. We're gonna turn this back over to Katie here, but just I wanted to again thank you, and I wanted to thank Yaesu USA, CQ, Heil Sound, Radio Waves, of course, our friends at the Huntsville Hamfest, who we will miss this year, unfortunately. Mark Brown, N4 BCD, the Huntsville Hamfest chairman, has turned into a great friend, and Huntsville's always been a great friend of Newsline. And we will be back next year. Fingers crossed. And hopefully we all stay safe and healthy until then. So, Tom, again, thank you very much for your support over the years and for allowing us to do this live on Amateur Radio Roundtable. So, Katie, I will turn it back over to you. Thank you much.
All right. Well, you know what?